First of all, let us recapitulate whatever we have done in this chapter. Right? Number 1. What is the formula to direct method to find mean? What is the formula of direct method to find out mean? What is the formula? M is equal to sigma fx upon sigma f. What does this sigma mean? Summation means sum. What does this f stand for? Frequency. What does this x stand for? Class. Okay, this is direct method, right? And what is the formula for assumed mean method? Saurabh Pandey. What is the formula for assumed mean method? A plus sigma f sigma f. Okay. See, when you write I here, that means and you are showing this summation. This summation should be also from where to where? I is equal to 1 to n. You have to show that what values this I hold. Even though you don't write, it's okay. Okay? Right? So, sigma fd upon sigma f. What does this d stand for, Harshit? What does this d stand for? Deviation. And how do you find deviation? X minus a. X minus a. This is how we find out deviation. Okay? Now, we know about two types of class intervals. We know about two types of class intervals. What is, suppose if I talk about exclusive. I talk about exclusive class interval. Okay? Tell me. You tell me, beta. Give an example of exclusive class interval. Give an example of it. Give an example of exclusive class interval. 0 to 50. 50 to 100. Very good. 100 to 150. This is exclusive class interval. Why? Purushottam, why? The
upper limit is not included.
Upper limit is not included, where and the upper limit is repeated. It is repeated. Okay. So if we talk about 0 to 50, what all observation we are going to take here? From 0 to 49. Very good. That is why it is called exclusive. You have excluded. Okay. Right. Give me an example of inclusive. Give me an example of inclusive. 0 to 10. Very good. 11 to 20. Very good. 21 to 30. Okay. What is the difference here? Here the upper limit is not repeated. Okay. And are we going to include this upper limit here? Yes. If we talk about 0 to 10, we will take till 10. And come back to the next one. 11 to 20. That is why it is called inclusive. Okay. How do you convert inclusive to exclusive? Tell me, Mansi. How can we convert this inclusive to exclusive?
Subtract 0.5 from lower limit and add 0.5 to upper.
Very good. We will subtract 0.5 from where? Lower limit, and we will add 0.5 to our upper limit. What is the 0.5 called? Adjustment factor. See, you can do it here. What will you get? Minus 0.5 to 10.5. And this will be what? 10.5 to 20.5. This will be 20.5 to 30.5. Okay? Whenever you get a question where your class interval is in the form of inclusive, what are we going to do first? Convert that into exclusive and then proceed with your formula. Clear to all of you? Okay. Now, so I think this all we have done. It was a recapitulation for you. Coming to the next one. You write one question, all of you. See, I have written this question. You write down. Write in your fair notebook, all of you. Find out the arithmetic mean. Find out the arithmetic mean quickly, find out the arithmetic mean from the table given below. Find out the arithmetic mean from the table given below. What is your table here? Quickly, don't waste time. It is marks of test less than 10, less than 20, less than 30, less than 40, less than 50, less than 60. Okay? And number of students 14, 22, 37, 58, 67 and 75. Did you copy the question, children? You leave some space to copy the question. Okay? Leave some space. Thereafter, let us first do the solution. Now, look here please. Look onto the board here. This question is different from the other questions that you have done. Are the class intervals given here? No. Right? So now what is our work? We will frame the class intervals. Remember, in such type of question where less than 10, less than 20, okay, or it can be more than 10, more than 20, whatever. What does this number of student gives you? Frequency. It is not frequency, it is cumulative frequency. When, in which case? In which case?
Less than 10.
When you will get a question of this type. What? Less than this, more than this. That in that case, that frequency is what? Cumulative frequency. It is not the frequency that you have to take. Is it, am I clear to everyone? Now, how are we going to write down this? First, we will make our own class intervals. Okay? Now, see. You write with a column. Class interval, class, or you can write class. You can write class. Okay? Class. This is your what? Cumulative frequency given to you. And out of this cumulative frequency, you will find out what? Frequency. You will find out frequency. Let us start like this. Okay? Please see. Less than 10. So, can I write from 0? Can we take the interval as 0 to 10? Because in this interval, which all values will you include? 0 to 9. Less than 10. Can you tell me what will be the next one?
10 to 20.
Very good. That will be 10 to 20. Tell me the next one.
10 to 20.
20 to 30. And next one? 30 to 40. Next one?
40 to 50.
40 to 50. 50 to 60. Less than 60. Less than 60 will come under this interval. Yes or no? So we have converted this less than class interval to our what? Exclusive class interval. Clear to all of you? Now, I said what are these frequencies given to you?
Cumulative.
Write down. What is this? 14. And this for this it is 22. For this it is 37. For this it is 58. For this it is 67. And for this it is 71. Clear? How? Now see, look here. How will you frame the frequency out of this cumulative frequency? Okay? Now see, understand. What are you doing? Out of cumulative, you are framing what? Frequency. First one will remain as it is, right? First one will remain as it is. Okay? In order to write the second one, what are you going to do? Subtract what? 22 minus 14. What will be answer? 8. Next one? 37 minus 22. How much? 15. Next one? 58 minus 37. Tell me how much? 21. And 67 minus 58? 9. And 75 minus 67? 8. How come? Yeah, 8. Please check it once again. Is it correct? You all got this? 14, 8, 15, 21, 9 and 8. I hope it is correct. Now, you are going to find out mean. Right? Choice is yours. Because nowhere it is written you use direct method or you use assumed mean method. Choice is yours. If suppose we use direct method. Okay? So, what is our formula? Come on children, tell me what is our formula? Sigma fx upon sigma f. So, f we have with us. What do we need? X. What is x called? Class. Very good. We need x. We need x. Yes, Suryansh, can you tell me beta what will be x for the first class interval? For this, what will be x? So you tell me how much will you get? 5. Very good. Lower limit plus upper limit divided by 2, that is 5. For the second one, keep telling me children. 15. For the next one? 25. That means there is a difference of 10, I think, no? So this will be what? 35. This will be what? 45. And this will be what? 55. Isn't it? Okay. Now, which column should we make? Fx, because we need in the formula, isn't it? Fx. Make a column of fx. Make a column of fx. Fx. You keep doing and tell me the answer. Fx first is what? 60? Isn't it? And next is 120.
Yes.
And next is 370. Huh? First is 70. Second is 120, third is 375, and what about this multiply? Tell me quickly. 45, 405, 0. What is that? 700? 700? 25. 35. Please check the other entries also. Is it 405? Is it 440? Now, what do you need? Sigma fx. So, we will write here sigma fx. How much will be your sigma fx? This is 5. Carry over 1. Please add it and tell me. 8, 10, 17, 20, 24. Carry over 2, 3, 5, 12, 16 and 20. Did you get this? Please, your calculation should be very fast. Before me, you should do. And what will be your sigma f? What will be your sigma f? This will be 12, 17, 18, 27, 27, 35, carry over 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Check it, did you get this?
2145.
2145.
Yes, ma'am.
2145, you are saying it is 2145. And what about sigma f? Sigma f. Come on, Suraj, hurry up, tell me. So much of time you are taking. Sigma f, come on, quickly. 75. Okay. After this, what are we going to do? Write the formula. I always say, you first write the formula. What is the formula?
Sigma
M is equal to sigma fx upon sigma f. So your M is equal to, what is your sigma fx? 2, 1, 4, 5 upon your sigma f is what? 75. Reduce it to its lowest term and you can get the answer. Come on quickly. Come on quickly, reduce it to its lowest term and tell me. Reduce this to its lowest term and tell me. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Time is over. Who has done?
429.50.
I am asking you, you will give me the answer like this, 429.15. 28.6. 28.6. This is your mean. Did you understand, children? Yes or no? So, if the question is of this form, less than 10, less than 20, less than 30. You understood? First of all, we have to convert it into an exclusive class interval form. And these frequency, number of students, what is this given to you? Cumulative frequency. Out of this, you have to convert it into frequency. How? The first one will remain as it is. And how would you find the second one?
Subtract.
Second minus first, this minus this, this minus this, this minus this, and this minus this. Clear? Thereafter you use the formula. Okay? Is it clear to everyone until here? Good. Find the mean age. Find the mean age from the following. Find the mean age from the following. Okay? Mean age from the following. You can please quickly write up the question. Age, and this is your number of person. Number of person. Age is 25 to 29. And 30 to 34, 35 to 39, 39, no, 40 to 44, and 45 to 49, 50 to 54, and 55 to 59. What type of class interval is it, children? Inclusive. Very good. This is an inclusive form of class interval. For this number of person is 4. For this number of person is 14. For this number of person is 22. For this it is 16. For this it is 6. For this it is 5. And for this it is 3. Okay? This is the question. So first what are we going to do? We will convert this into, come on, make a table right here, class. 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 Frame it and tell me how much will get. Frame it and tell me. Frame it and tell me. It should not take so much of time. I am just, it's a matter of 1 minute. Okay? Now, let us see. How Harshit, have you done, beta? How would you convert this into exclusive form, beta? Tell me. Subtract 0.5. If you subtract 0.5, you get 24.5. You will get 24.5 to 29.5. And so the second one will be repeated, 29.5 to 34.5. It is not a big deal. It's just half a minute's work. 34.5 to 39.5. Then 39.5 to 44.5. What is the next one? 44.5 to 49.5. 49.5 to 54.5. And then 54.5 to 59.5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Clear to all of you? Sit down. We have converted this into our exclusive form. What is this given to you? Number of person, frequency. How much is that? 4, 14. Please copy it as it is. 22. What is the next one? 16. Then we have 6. Then we have 5. And then we have 3. Okay? If you want to use a direct method, no problem. And if you want to use assumed mean method, no problem. Tell me which one should I do? Direct method. Okay. If for direct method, we should make the column for what now? Class 1. Come on, tell me what will be your x here?
27.
This divide by 2. 27. Please tell me, children. Quickly do it and tell me. What is the next one?
32.
32. I think difference is of 5. 37. 42. 47. 5. 52. And 57. Did you get this? Did you all get this? You come to know 2. Then you know the difference between them. Keep the difference and write the other thing also. So, Ranj, have you written it up? Okay. Now, you said direct method. Can I do with assume? If it would have been using assumed mean, listen to me very carefully. Then now our work is to assume a mean. Our work is to, and under which column are we going to assume the mean? X. How many data are there? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 data are there. So which one should be our assumed mean? 42. You will leave this here. You will leave this here, and 42 is our assumed mean. If we go by that, okay. Then if we go by assumed mean method, what should be our next column? D. How do you find out D? X minus A. What should be the next column? FD. Then sigma FD and sigma F. It is very simple. Only you know the formula, and what else you have to write in the table. That's it. Okay. If you are doing now, see these. Look here. These data are large in number. No. So if you multiply this, it may be a problem for you. This is the reason why we use what? Assumed mean method. But since you are saying use direct method, I will use that only. Okay. So what should be our next column? Fx. Our next column should be Fx. Quickly multiply and tell me, because I will not wait. Quickly. Fx. Listen to this.
108.
Very good. Next one. Quickly.
448.
448. Next one.
840.
840. Next one.
672.
672. Next one.
282.
282. Next one. 260. Next one. 171. And what is your sigma fx? How much is your sigma fx? Saurabh, one time quickly tell me. Sigma fx 16, 20, 24, 25. Carry over 2. 6, 7, 14, 22, 28, 35. Carry over 3, 4, 8, 16, 22, 24, 26, 27. Did you get this? 2755? Huh? 2755. And what will be your sigma f?
70.
70? 70. Then therefore, what will be your m here? M will be sigma fx upon sigma f. So here how much is sigma fx? 2755 upon sigma f is what? 70. Reduce into its lowest term. Quickly. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Over. Nobody could do it and tell me. Nobody could do it and tell me. Hurry up, speed up, children, speed up. Five, 25, 1. Then, will it go by 7 times? No. You can divide it only. 14. 43 is a 5, 1. Divide by 14. Quickly tell me. Takes so much of time. 39.36. 39.36. Look at this. If I ask you to write the answer to one decimal place, then what will happen?
3.
If your answer is 39.36 and I am asking you to write the answer in one place decimal. What will you do? Here we have written 2 place of decimal. So for 1, what do you see? You see the number, what? Successor of this. What is the successor? 6. That means it is bigger than 5. So you will round off to 4. So what is the answer? 39.4. If it is asked you. Clear to you? So see, what all we have learned here? We have learned how to find the mean of exclusive class interval using which 2 methods? Direct method and assumed mean method. Then we have seen how to convert an inclusive form into exclusive form and then find out mean. And last of all, if the table is given in which form? Less than or it can be more than less than form, then what do we do? If it is in less than form, what do we do? First we frame the exclusive class interval for them. Whatever frequency is given to you, that is your cumulative frequency. We convert it into our frequency and then we proceed. Clear?
Yes, ma'am.
Tomorrow for your duty test, I will put 2 questions from here. Can you do? Median. Okay. What is the meaning of median? It is the central value of all the data that you have collected. Okay. Measure of central tendency. Central means it is the central value. What is the meaning of median? The central value of all the data that we have collected. Okay, write in your copy. To find the mean, to find the median of ungrouped data. Ungrouped data. What is the meaning of ungrouped data? They are not grouped in class interval form. Okay, ungrouped. Simple data are given to you. Then how will you find the median of that? Okay, right. Number 1. A we can write. If the number of observations are odd in number, right? If the number of observations, if the number of observations are odd in number, then your median will be equal to n plus 1 by 2th term. N plus 1 by 2th term. Please look onto the board here, children. Look onto the board. If I write n plus 1 by 2th term, suppose your n is what, children? Number of observation. And number of observations are odd in number, you are saying? Okay. Suppose this n is 13, right? So 13 plus 1 by 2, that means 14 by 2, it means 7th term. Yes or no? Yes. Suppose your observations are given to you. I am saying 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12 and 13. I said n is 13. Isn't it? If n is 13, which one will be the median? If you use a formula, n is 13, 13 plus 1, 14, 14 by 2 is 7th term. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. This is the median. Okay? You can very well verify from the data. 6 here, median. Understood? Why I am specifying on this? Because if I write like this, see, if I write like this, n by 2 plus 1th term. These two things are different. n plus 1 by 2 whole by 2 it is. And this is only n by 2 plus 1. There is a difference. Suppose say n is 12. Suppose say n is 12. Okay. So you will have what here? 12 by 2 plus 1. Please look out to the board. Are you understanding what I want to say? What is the difference here? Okay. If you take n is equal to 13, now your n will be 13 here. Will it be now 7 term? 13 by 2 means 6.5 plus 1 means 7.5. More than 7. You understand? This is a difference between, because yesterday I was in that class and they made the same mistake. That's why I am telling you. It is n plus 1 whole by 2 and it is n by 2 plus 1. So you are going to use this formula when, children?
Find the median.
When the number of observations are odd in number. Now write. If the number of observations are even in number. If the number of observations are even in number. Even in number. Even in number. Then your median is n by 2th term plus n by 2 plus 1th term whole by 2. Did you write the n by 2th term plus n by 2 plus 1th term whole by 2? What is the meaning of that? If the number of observations are 12, suppose say it is 12. What is 12? Even in number. Okay? 12. Even in number. Right? So which one will be the median? A median, how will you find? N by 2 at the term, that means 12 by 2 with the term, 12 by 2 term means 6th term. What is the 6th term? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 6th term is 6. Plus, what will happen to this? 12 by 2, 6 plus 1, 7th term. What is the 7th term? 7. That means 6 plus 7 by 2. This is your median. In between 6 and 7. Did you understand? No, Suraj did not understand. If the number of observations are 12, tell me whether it is odd or even? Even. Then which formula are we going to apply? N by 2th term. What will be n by 2th term? 12 by 2th term plus 12 by 2 plus 1th term whole by 2. Isn't it? Yes or no? 12 by 2th term. What is the meaning of that? 6th term. Isn't it? 6th term plus 12 by 2, 6. 6 plus 1, 7th term by 2. If suppose this is the observation given to you, which one is the 6th term? 6. Which one is the 7th term? 7 by 2. That is 13 by 2 and this 6.5 in between. Is it clear to you all? So median, what is the meaning of median, children? Central value. Okay. If the observations given to you are in ungrouped form, then what is the criteria to judge the median? Number 1, if the observations are odd, then n plus 1 whole by 2 at the term. If it is even, then n by 2 at the term plus n by 2 plus 1 at the term by 2. Okay? Clear to you, Suraj? Now write.